I have been wanting a brand new Bond game for a long time now. I mean, I would even argue that I've been wanting a Bond film that actually does the series justice for maybe even longer. We haven't had a good Bond film since, say, Skyfall. Spectre was disappointing with some memorable moments, and No Time to Die might be one of the worst things in the franchise for me. We are due for some good quality Bond something, honestly, movie, game, whatever. So when I heard that IO Interactive was making a Bond game, well, that right there seemed like the match made in heaven. While there are some shared elements between Hitman and Bond, there are still two very different things, but the skill set they have with Hitman could greatly be used for an awesome Bond game. And even going back to the earlier entries to some of those very first Hitman games, there's been a lot of love for Bond there. Some nice nods too. Well, it was announced and they're working on something now, and it's finally been revealed. My general takeaway from the trailer was honestly it looked pretty good to me. First and foremost, I was really happy that it showed some actual gameplay, not just a CGI cutscene or reveal, but rather it looked like narrative stuff mixed with gameplay. CGI trailers are nice and everything, but they can kind of be a waste of time, considering that they don't really show what the gameplay actually is. Gives us just a taste, what the feel is, what's the atmosphere. Am I going to be stealthing all the time? What other gameplay will there be? Is this just Hitman but with a Bond skin, or will it actually be a Bond game, like completely? First impressions are important, and I think right here with this trailer, it has a really good showing. So much so that it has one of the few things in the state of play when I was watching this for the first time that was worth keeping an eye out for. But there's also some areas in the trailer that have some concerns too. I think this all goes without saying that have been stating that this new Bond game is either woke or hit with DEI or progressive stuff. I think what appears to be an Indian M in a black moneypenny. Generally, my opinion on race swaps and gender swaps is that I don't like them. The last several years, the entertainment industry has more than trained us that when we see this stuff, it usually, not always, but usually means that there's going to be some progressive nonsense inserted into the game, or in other cases, taking a lead male hero and knocking him down a bit. Otherwise, the race and gender swaps, I did not see anything in here pointing that this game is going to be a referendum on Trump or anything like that, or even having a character come in and replace Bond, kind of like what was hinted at and awfully done in No Time to Die. To M's credit, she is the one voting for Bond in this trailer, wanting him to be part of the program and recognizing his abilities and qualities. Moneypenny seems to have some cheeky interplay with Bond, but we don't get too much of that, so it's unclear how good it's gonna be. This stuff can be good if the character writing is done well. At the end of the day, if you're gonna do the swaps, side characters seem to be the best ones for it. I would prefer they didn't do it at all, but if the character writing is good, then I think it will be fine. Felix and Moneypenny were both black in the Craig era films, and they were strong aspects to that era, especially when the movies were good. I totally understand people being concerned about this area. Again, Hollywood, the games industry, and all of that has trained us to be very cautious about this stuff. So right now, I'm optimistic. I do not see anything that extremely jumps out to me as saying woke or pushy progressive stuff. Plus, what I liked about the trailer is that while Bond is young here, he is still acting like Bond, the one-liners, the zingers, and all of that. Like on the level of the legacy Bond stuff, like say Brosnan and all the way back to Connery, there was some of that vibe I was getting. It looked like the modern stuff Craig era, but with a lot of the Bond stuff that was actually missing from the Craig era films. I would have loved a more Cold War Bond game, but hey, this still looks pretty good too. But at least with this trailer, Bond is still acting like Bond. He's in command, flirting with the ladies, getting the job done, and with a lot of style. There's a bunch of little things that stuck out to me showing that this game is hopefully in good hands. For one, there are nods to legacy music, which is a nice touch. I hope the game incorporates those themes in the game too. Plus, it appears to have a variety of gameplay options here. This isn't just a stealth game from the looks of it, which is good because while stealth is a tool within Bond's skill set, in terms of action for him is that there's a sheer amount of a lot of variety when it comes to Bond and what he can do. It's not just fistfights and shootouts and silent infiltrations, it's sword sword fights, chase sequences, loads of different vehicles, and yes, plenty of gadgets. Something missing from the Craig era of games was the use of the good gadgets. Generally, the films had this problem too. In his games, the cell phone would be used as a multi-tool for everything, and that is absolutely boring. When Brosnan Bond had a cell phone, it would remote control his car, act as a stun gun. You know, it was a Bond gadget. We need the laser watch, the grapple, explosive pen, and hopefully maybe a jetpack too. This trailer shows Bond using gadgets, which is a welcome return for those games. Now, for one thing that is not clear is that if there's going to be any driving gameplay here, it hints at some of it with the cutscenes, but I'm unaware if it's actually him using the car or we're just watching. I really hope we get to drive, because the Bond car is important, along with all those other cool gadgets that we could use as well. I do like the hint at a sword fight in here too. Again, Bond's action fits many different settings, so to have a game that incorporates many of those elements will probably be a true representation of the character and what he can do. All of this stuff makes it very promising. IO Interactive's Bond game did surprise me a bit, with it being a much younger Bond. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of legacy Bond stuff with the first Kingsman movie, where they were all in training. I will throw that out there as well, that IO Interactive has been very consistent for many years with the games that they have made, and I think they have more than earned their chance on this. So I'm not going to jump on some of the race swaps immediately saying that it's progressive nonsense. I am excited for this game, but also cautiously optimistic. Having a Bond origin story is not something that I think I want for a Bond film, not to this degree, but to have for this game, I think it allows for a good setup for the gaming medium. I hope it turns out to be good. What are your thoughts on all of this? What did you think of the trailer and gameplay reveal? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.